Before we begin, all assets of these guns belong to Pimp My Gun creators such as Magpul Company. Hello everybody, welcome back to Me+002. Today we're going to be working on a new series, or I am at least. This is going to be based around the lore of a story of mine, and with that, I'm going to start explaining the guns. I know it's weird, but still, I feel like this will be fun, and what you have in front of you today is a grenade launcher I just made and I really like. So without further ado, let us talk about this gun. And so what this thing is called the CGL 67 Nemesis, and the CGL 67 Nemesis is, as I said, a grenade launcher. That's the name. So this series that I'm going to do is going to be broken off into a few pieces: the name, ammo type, firing mode, inventor, and some other information about it. So we'll start off with the name. As I said, CGL stands for Contact Grenade Launcher, meaning it is designed to fire contact grenades. The 67 means it's the 67th generation of the gun, and Nemesis is just Nemesis. So next on, we'll go with the ammo type. The ammo type would be a contact explosives grenade, meaning this grenade explodes by just getting into contact with something, such as a wall, a floor, a person. And what's interesting, however, is that this explosive system, due to it being in the advanced time, has a few other designs, or a few other ammunition types. You have a incendiary design, which is pretty much like in any other incendiary grenade. A frost grenade, which when it explodes sprays out cryogenic gas that damages armor and circuitry and all that stuff. A corrosive, which pretty much spits out acid when it explodes. And an EMP, which sends out an electromagnetic pulse that stops electronics. Next, we talk about its firing mode, which is single shot. And so how this grenade works, or reloads, is that the side part of the grenade launcher, which is pretty much that part where the spring is closest to the side rail, that will flip sideways, in which you can put a grenade into the barrel and then push it back into place, prime it, and then fire a contact explosive. Now, another thing about the contact explosive is that it has a more destructive radius, or it causes more destruction in its radius than most other grenades in my story. These grenades are actually known as MAP-67s, or map grenades, which means mini Angapangas. Nah, it's just called a MAP 67. So on. The inventor of this gun will be the De Winter sisters. And the De Winter sisters, in story, have created multiple guns of multiple designs, not just this one, and such. So now we're going to get on to my favorite part, the history of the gun. And here's what the history is. So the CGL Nemesis basically came to be around a few years after the big war between these two, or between a terrorist group known as MGOR 4, which was originally a military unit which started a coup d'etat, and that coup d'etat failed, and they became their own group, basically, against who we call the Nova Militia, which are pretty much the military of a city known as Nova City. And so this weapon was created right after that conflict, experimenting with these new contact grenades. And so basically, this weapon became huge in demand, created by those De Winter sisters. The designs are actually reminiscent of the oldest known grenade launcher in my story, which was known as the Bascaro. And the Bascaro was a very primitive grenade launcher. It just had a special ring deal inside of the barrel that launched out a back bomb, which was the grenade of the time of its creation, which was around the 2030s and the 2000s, or from 2000 to 2030s, as my story developed a little slower, or there in the universe of my story's universe, or at least this planet, developed a little slower, but then surplused in after 2030. But that's enough about the timeline area. These guns have been issued to a lot of Nova Militia Grenadiers, and that red and black version is exactly the variant that they use. Those ones also have a carbon exhaust unit or carbon pressure unit that makes the grenades fly much farther than they're supposed to be. So this grenade is pretty useful. It is by far one of my favorite guns I've made so far. I haven't shown you guys the rest, but if this video does any good, I'll keep showing more. Another thing is that it has a pretty decently comfy stock. The stock is also very well designed to add cushioning, pretty much. And yeah, that's pretty much the CGL Nemesis. So if you like this, give me some information that I can use to, I don't know, give more background to the guns. This was literally just me practicing. If you guys want me to use new ideas, what kind of guns you want to see, just tell me in the description, not in the description, tell me in the comments. And yeah, if you like this video, please hit that like button on fire, and if you like this channel, please hit that subscription button on fire, and I will see you later, future Fire Legion. Kapow!